in essence is just that being careful about the number of kids that you are having. It's not like they're saying it to condemn you. Don't feel bad. Family, how you doing? Hope you're doing good. Thank you very much for joining me today. How is it going over there, wherever you are? Hope it's splendid and it's going well. Just be motivated no matter the situation. So thank you for joining me. We're here again and we have another important one to share. If you've not been watching what the series that I've been doing for the past days now, please go back and check. Just three videos I've left concerning the where we live here in Europe, the life and what it is like, okay? And the things that most likely most of us pass through here in Europe, especially if you're a husband or your wife, okay? So let's kick it in. So a lot of bloggers, they'll be saying things concerning this last topic I did, and concerning about the issue of kids, taking your kids from you, especially if maybe whatever they expect from you, you're not doing it right, even if at all they also are involved with it, or they are wrong with those that they always want to condemn us about, that makes them want to go further to take action of taking kids, yet they still want to go ahead to do it. Today I'm going to come in line with that. I just want to use this opportunity to ask, how many kids do we supposed to have? Because this question is just connecting to what I'm going to be talking about today. How many kids, especially if you are living here, I'm talking about specifically those of us that are living here in abroad or in Europe, how many kids are we supposed to have? You know where we are coming from. I know many of us, we have our mothers. You have siblings. Our mothers had maybe some of us were 6, some were 4. 4 is just those recent generation, mother and father that had 4. But we're talking about those of them that was born from 70s, or some of us are from 80s. Some before we started having this idea of being careful about the number of kids you have. Some were 6, some of us have 6 siblings, some had 10 siblings, and I can just put that part because in Africa we have relations that will help us to take care of the kids, because in numbers. But here in Europe, we don't have any help. Nobody's there to do so. And I talked about something when I was addressing that topic of imported wives, okay, where they have number of kids and they're not able to cater. And because of that, they are meant to stay back at home, to take care of home calls. It is now, things have certainly changed. It's not what it was like before. Now, those of us that are living here, you don't have help. Nobody is there to come and run to your rescue and help you take care of the kids. And I talked about, like I said, that topic I treated about abroad wives. You don't know who to leave these kids for. And even if at all you have somebody that you want to employ, you know how expensive it is. I know we have a lot of projects. None of us, we came here just to enhance our lives, okay? We know we have a lot of responsibilities. We have people back at home to take care of. So with that, you now also have to add the expenses of looking for who will take care of your kids. And it's risky also. What I'm talking about there. Some of these bloggers, they are condemning it, when they say there's a kind of money they pay to mothers or to parents, just a kind of assistance that the government do always offer to parents. And they say it's because of that money they offer, that is why they are having many number of children. Even there are some of them that don't even know how to address the issue. They just say you just have to start having kids. No, the way they just, I don't know how to put it. The way they just say it as if that maybe nothing is wrong to have kids. Nothing is wrong, but I'm also, not that I'm condemning, it's God that gave children. But the reason why we're saying this, I don't want to use an approach like, they use this statement, they say born. Look like, having children, the word of God said, I'm just being careful on how I treat that issue, so that, not look like children are no more blessed. The Bible said, if you are somebody that is into Christ, Bible said that, children are heritage from the Lord, the fruit of the womb is our reward, okay, fine. And the number of children that you have is like an arrow in the hands of a warrior. I don't know if you read that last part in the book of Psalm 127. It's not like they are condemning you or you're feeling bad, or some of us already have, some of them already has 4, some already has 6. It's not like, just like as I'm saying those, just like when I start condemning ourselves for having those number of kids. Even myself, I had 4 kids, okay? And now like make me look like it's just like I just came into this life as a woman to just have kids, and that is all. I know I have a lot of goals to crush, a lot of things that I have as plans, okay, that I want to put in order. So, but having kids now maybe like I'm stepping backwards a little. What I'm trying to make here as a just to try to make advice here in essence is just that being careful about the number of kids that you are having. It's not like they're saying it to condemn you. Don't feel bad. For those of us that already have, because like I said, I have 4, and when they're saying this, it's just like 4 just like it's too much. For me, I even had plans of having 6 children, but you can see the society that we are. What I'm trying to say here is just that we that are here in Europe, it's not like they don't want you to have a number of kids, but because of the responsibility it takes. For those of us that already have, we know what we are facing. We are saying this for those of us that already have 1. There's one of my friends that already had 2, and she said, no, I don't want to have more. And I look at it like, why won't you have more than 2 kids? Like if it's 3 is okay. Just push it for that to 3, okay? And then 3 is a number that you can do. But here that we live, most of the country, the people here, they don't like to have more than 1 kid. Some of them, they have 1. Why? Just a little, some, not just so much, that have just 2 kids. And the reason why they do, just for them to be able to offer them a good life. That is why, okay? So if you are here in Europe, it's not like when you hear this blogger say these things, what they do, you only just to come and burn. They are not saying it to condemn, they're just saying it because of what it takes. What I watched, like that made me want to make these videos because of what one of our sisters said. She's a blogger. She said she went to an office to pay and these fees for feeding. They feed the kids they give them lunch, to pay for the lunch in school. So when she got there, she saw a black woman, and after she finished paying, she heard when the people in office, the people that is in charge of these things, the woman in office was asking the woman, they came to pay for her own. Why has she not paid all these days? She now said that they've not been asking her for money, that has been free. She now said, okay, the law has changed, it's not like before. And when she saw this woman, the woman had 1 in the passenger, you know what they call passenger, this pusher. She had 1 in her back. There's another one that is 5 years. They were just little, and there's 4 of them. So the woman was now shouting that the reason why she made that video is because the way the woman was just attacking the white lady, that is it her fault that she's having a number of kids? It's not because of she's not working or so. That is just what you should know. It's not like the way she now condemned the lady and said it's not like she's feeling bad or she's condemning the woman for having those 4 kids, or because of the way the woman was just attacking the lady that asked her to pay for her money for the fees for the children, the way they feed in the school. The way the woman was just shouting at the woman, the white lady. That's just the reason why she did that. But the way she portrayed it, please, bloggers, if you are portraying this attitude of, especially those of us that live here, you're trying to sensitize people, you're trying to talk to people, you're trying to put it out to people to be careful about the number of kids. Don't do it as if you're condemning them. I know. It's for them. They are the one. You're not the one carrying their children. If they feel they want to have 10 and they can afford taking care of those children, leave them. If they know they can't, if they cannot, okay, because you're not the one taking care of them, just do your own part by sensitizing people. But condemning them, telling them that you go to born, that's just the language they use in pidgin. The born, just your own, just the born. No, God is the one that gave. I know that God did not give these children for you to just, at the end of the day, you will not be able to afford to taking care of them. They will not begin to live a kind of life that is like, stressful. The children know what they're supposed to have. Other kids, what they are meant to have, good life. They will not have it. You're not the one that will go through it. Let them go through it if you feel like. But for those of us that are here, the main thing here is just that be careful about the number of kids you have. We have a lot of treatment on how to avoid having kids. We have an IUD, we have implants. You can go and request the one that is good for you. Do tests and do it, okay? they can do it here for you. After you finish having your kids, be careful and just run away from your husband. It's not like you're running away, I mean. Be careful, but you, even if I thought the man is telling you, we will go. It's meant for you. You're the one that is more important for to go for it. Go to doctor and ask them, please, I don't want to have more kids. Just, I need this, I need that. They will, they will tell you what to do, and they will inform you on how to go about it. Okay, so that is what I'm putting here for. If you are living here in Europe, be careful the number of kids. I don't want to say you just have 2 or have 3. Everybody with their own, but don't have more than 4. That is just what I'm against. Okay, if you can afford them, don't have more than 4. But just be careful on how to do this one, because you want to give them a good life. For those of us that grew up in Africa, we know that those things was not stable for us. There's a lot of things that we should have, but because they have more than 6 kids, no, they were not able to give each children what, that will give them a very better life. So hope you enjoyed something from this video. We're going to meet on our next one. Please don't forget to like. The series are coming bumper to bumper, like I said, back to back. See you all later.